how many of you guys live in Dubai? All right, how many of you guys traveled from, all right, really cool. Okay, so real quick, I'll tell you my story in like the shortest version it can be. My network marketing career started in 1987, but I wasn't born until 1988. The reason why I tell you this is because my mom, she was pregnant with me when my mom and dad found network marketing. So my dad, he was so broke, he couldn't afford to pay attention. He woke up one day, he kind of was going towards the bathroom, cloudy-eyed, and before he got out of the room, he turned to my mom. She's fast asleep, and you can just see her huge belly. And he looks at her and thinks, wow, I'm going to be having a son real soon. And he walked downstairs, and he had no money, he had no idea, he had no clue. But when, oh, that's better. So I shout, right? So, la, 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 la. So when he gets downstairs to the bottom in the kitchen, there was a newspaper. And in the newspaper, there was a picture of an Aston Martin. Now, it's 1987. I know in Dubai, there's Lamborghinis, there's Rolls Royces, like a mere Aston Martin feels like a poor man's car here. But it's 1987, that's the car James Bond drove. The DB5. My dad sees the picture and he goes, wow. And written above it, it said MLM, MLM, MLM. And my dad didn't know what MLM stood for. There was no Google, there was no ChatGPT. So he thought that MLM stood for Make Love Monthly. That's what he thought. Make love monthly, make love monthly, make love monthly. I drive an Aston Martin, you can too, call me now. My dad was like, okay. So he picks up the phone. It was one of those phones that you had to dial like this. How many of you guys remember that phone? You press, and then it sprung back. Pressed, and it sprung back. I always thought like it was a really interesting time that when it must have took like a year to call someone. So picks up the phone, ring, 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 ring. Guy answers and says like, hello, who's speaking, please? My dad's like, it's Simon Brooks. I want to make money. I want to make love monthly and driving the Aston Martin. He's like, it's not Make Love Monthly, it's multi-level marketing. He goes, what the hell's multi-level marketing? He goes, multi-level marketing. Tries to explain what multi-level marketing is on the phone. And my dad's like, I don't understand, but I want to drive an Aston Martin and I want to make love monthly. The guy's like, it's not Make Love Monthly. He's like, okay. Can we meet up? He says, yeah, there's an event happening about an hour away from where you live in 2 days from now. Come along, bring your wife. Oh, well, she's pregnant. It's fine. So 2 days later, I was in a room just like this in the womb of my mom. And my dad said that there were people walking across the stage who struggled to chew gum and walk at the same time, getting bonus checks for $1,000, and he thought, if they can do it, so can I. The two most powerful emotions or thoughts that you will ever have in network marketing is number one, enough is enough. Has anyone had that? I've had enough of not having enough money. If your hand's not up, you cannot actually get success in network marketing. It's deep-rooted, right? Like real, true, resilient success. The second level was if they can do it, so can I. So if you've had enough of your current situation, enough of not having enough money, or enough of having not enough time, enough of being in the wrong environment, and then you've seen people like you who have had the success, you can win. Those are the only things you need. Tick, tick, okay, I can go and make $1 million a year. That's it. So if you feel that you've ticked both boxes, there's no reason why you can't win. However, there is something called BS. What a load of BS. Ever heard that before? What a load of bull beep. But the reality is BS does not stand for bull beep. It stands for belief systems. It's the belief systems that we've grown up to believe. And belief is a really interesting word, right? It's split up into three parts. BE, right? B, which means you've got to be open-minded to different opportunities. Open-minded. A curious mind will make way more than a skeptical mind. The people who are on the edge of their seats going, they will make way more than, no. Is Elon Musk? Or no. Bill Gates? No. Steve Jobs? No. They're all open-minded, so you've got to be open-minded. The second part is lie. There are so many lies that we're told every single day. One of the biggest ones, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Not true. When it comes to business, I'm go, 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 go. When it comes to the gym, I'm slow, 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 slow. When it comes to eating healthily, I'm But when it comes to spending time with my family, I'm like, go, 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 go. How you do one thing is how you do everything. It's not true. There are so many lies, but you know what the biggest lies are? The ones that we let people tell us. Network marketing's a pyramid thing. Is it? Oh, it won't work for people like you. Really? So what happened to me? Mum and Dad got started in network marketing in October 1987. Most important date of our entire lives, 26th of October 1987. And I just was around network marketing my entire life. So I just naturally believed that it was the best industry ever. Like, you cut my wrist, blood doesn't come out, network marketing does. It's just everything about me. 99.9% of the conversations that I have with my dad are about network marketing. I even remember being in the limousine on the way to get married. It was me, my now wife, Svetlana, my mum, my dad, her mum and her father. Guess what me and my dad were talking about on the way to get married? Network marketing. Because we love it. Why? It's changed our lives and it's changed the people that we come in contact with. I love, my biggest favorite part about network marketing is when you sit with someone and you literally see their eyes. I can't explain what their eyes do, but it's as imagine their face just do this. Wow. That's my favorite part about network marketing. When you see someone's eyes do that. They're like woken up to a new reality, woken up to a new possibility. So, I'm 18 years old. I'm not 18 years right now. I'm 37 right now. Feels like forever ago, but it also feels like yesterday. And my mum and dad have made millions of dollars in network marketing. Nothing else. They were terrible at the cash flow quadrant, incomes, outgoings, this chart that does all this, right? Terrible. But they knew how to make money. So good at that. They just didn't know how to keep it. They were really good at earning it and really good at spending it. So, I'm 18 years old. I'm blowing out the candles on my birthday cake, right? I love fruitcake. Don't know if anyone else likes fruitcake, but the best. With the marzipan and the icing. Oh, my Lord. All right. So the candles are on. There's 18 candles. People are singing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Frazer. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Frazer, stop. I'm like, why? He said, I've got your birthday gift. Come this way. And I'm like, all right. So I follow my dad from the dining room into his office. He says, sit down. And I sit down on the prospects chair. Now, it's the prospects chair. It's just like this one, but it has two stacks of the yellow pages underneath the back two legs. So you're not like this. You're like this on the edge of your seat. And he gets the flip chart out and he draws a big circle. And I thought he was drawing a Rolex. So I'm 18. Mum and dad have made millions. I might get a Rolex. No. He draws a big circle and then 8 different legs with other circles. I saw him do this presentation 1,000,000 times. And it was my first ever professional or official presentation. I was the perfect prospect. I'd lived with someone who'd made millions of dollars for my entire 100% of my life. I knew the network marketing, I knew everything worked with network marketing. I knew it could give you the lifestyle. I knew it could give you energy. I knew it could give you the fortune, the freedom, the fun, the family, the friends, everything. But that was all external. Internal, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of public speaking, made me feel sick. The fear of public speaking, I was like, ugh. I didn't have, if he can do it, so could I. I had, if I have to be like him to do it, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. Because my dad is a lunatic. I've never seen someone look like a serial killer whilst on the whiteboard. It's like, he's crazy. So, years go by. A year goes by. 3 months goes by. 3 months goes by. And my dad just constantly followed up with me. And I don't know, how many of you guys ever heard the fortunes in the follow-up? Right. It's another lie. Because it's not. They don't finish the sentence. It's the fortune is in the follow-ups. You don't make a fortune following up once. You make a fortune following up multiple times. One letter, all the difference. So my dad, he followed up with me every 3 months, every 3 months, every 3 months, every 3 months. 16 follow-ups later. 16 follow-ups later. 4 years had gone by. And I said yes. And the reason was because of social media. Because I know that network marketing is turning strangers to friends, friends to family. And on social media, I was speaking to strangers all the flipping time. So I got involved. And guess what? I sucked. I was terrible. Why? Because the belief systems in other people were bigger than the belief systems in myself. The internal ones, not a problem. I've got some of them here. Hopefully I pressed the right button. Am I pressing the right one? Am I pressing the right or the left? I think it's the right. Yo! Oh, I pressed it too many times, right? It's all good. So I'll put some of the internal belief systems, or the guys will put some of the internal belief systems up on the screen. Oh, there we go. Right. Some of these, right? I'm not good at sales. What will people think of me? Is that a big one for anyone? What will people think of me? Some of you aren't putting your hands up because you're worried that what people will think about you or sat next to you. Oh, no. Fear of judgment. The fear of judgment is the mother of all fears. But what that really stems from is the fear of not knowing what's next. Like if I get someone to say yes, what do I send them? And if I send them something, how do I follow up? And if I follow up and they say no, what do I do? But if I follow up and they say yes, what do I send them? And when they come to an event, do I pay for the pizzas? Do I buy their ticket? I don't know. Right? So I'm not good at sales. What will people think of me? I don't have enough time. I don't know enough people to be successful. I'm not a leader. It's too saturated. It's saturation. Oh my God. Everyone's doing it. Right. Okay. With that, how many of you guys have an Apple phone? Anyone got an Apple? Anyone got an Android? Ugh. I thought we were friends. Like, oh my God. What are you? Sorry. I love you too. But with Apple, even more. So you guys have got apples, right? So surely the whole world's got apples because every time you go to a city center, you know you're in the middle of a city center when you see the Apple store, right? Like you go and it's always the best, it's always the biggest, it's always the most beautiful. You're like, I'm just going to go in just to feel good. You walk in and they're saying, can I help you? You're like, no. And you're just playing on the Macs. Like, the keyboard feels so nice. You're in the middle of the city. You're in the Apple store. There are thousands of people in there. There are millions of people who walk by, but yet they still make more and more and more and more and more every single freaking year. But network marketing's saturated. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I don't know how old you are right now, but if you know an 18-year-old, guess how old they're going to be next year? 19. And guess how old the 17-year-olds are going to be? 18. Ta-da! There we go. Thank you to the universe for allowing us to have an ongoing pool of people to speak to. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. All right. I've failed before. Maybe it's not meant for me. I'm too shy, too introverted. Anyone shy, introverted? Me too. You're like, no, he's not. Yes, I am. All right. No one will take me seriously. I'm not cut out for this. Thank you, mate. Does it work, though? That's the question. So these things, they're the internal belief systems, but the reality is these aren't the problem. You can overcome these in one sit down with a mentor, go into one event. It's not difficult because you can outgrow these. These are the big ones, though. These are what other people are going to tell you. And the key with this is your belief system, your story has to be bigger than theirs, because if theirs is bigger than yours, it will push you down. And there is not a single person in the entire world, and the people in the room who have been on stage will have the same as me. There is not a single person in the entire world who has a bigger belief story of any of those things than I have. And that's why I will do this every single day, every single day, every single day, because I have zero doubt. Because the more you doubt, the more you think. The more you think, the less you do. The more you think, the more you doubt, the less you do, the less you do, the more you think, the more you think, the more you doubt, the less you do, the less you do, the more you think, the more you think, the more you doubt, the more you less you do. It's crazy. So, it's a scam. It's one of those pyramid things. Or one of those pyramid schemes. It's not a pyramid scheme, but it is a pyramid thing. It's not a pyramid scheme, but it is a pyramid thing, because everything's a pyramid thing. I saw recently the Pope passed away. He was the top of the pyramid. Steve Jobs was at Apple, the top of the pyramid. The CEO, top of the pyramid. The general of the army, top of the pyramid. The headmaster at the school, top of the pyramid. There has to be some hierarchy. The great thing in network marketing, you can be at the top. Right? There's the drone. You could be at the top. So a lot of people, like the belief system that I created when someone said, oh yeah, but Frazer, it's a pyramid thing or a pyramid scheme. I'll be like, yeah, it's a pyramid thing. You're right. Do you have a job? Yes. And in that job, do you have a boss? Yes. And does your boss have a boss? Yes. And does your boss's boss have a boss? Yes. And does your boss's boss's boss have a boss? Yes. So does your boss make more than you? Yes. And does your boss's boss make more than your boss? Yes. And does your boss's boss's boss make more than both your bosses? Yes. And does your boss's 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 boss make money than all three of your bosses above? Yes. So then the person at the top makes all the money, right? Yes. So then your job's a pyramid thing, right? No, it's not. It's not. Yes, it is. Belief system. If you're like, oh, I would never say that, then you'll never succeed. Simple as that. Because your belief system sucks. And if your belief system sucks, you'll believe all the BS of other people. Nobody makes money doing that. Okay. Nobody makes money doing that. Believe it. Believe it. If you want to achieve nothing, believe that. Nobody makes money doing that. I could show you 1,000 people. But you know what? The greatest thing about network marketing is not just the money, and this is where the people get it wrong. It's not about the money. It's about the people that you meet and the person that you become. You don't join for that. You don't go, I'm going to join network marketing to become a better person and meet other people. People don't join because of that. They join because they want to make the money. But they stay for the person that they become and the people that they meet. It's not a real business. Oh, God. I don't even want to take time talking about number 3. Number 4, you've changed. Jim Rohn says, for things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. The whole point is to change. So when someone says, you've changed, you say, thanks so much for noticing. Because that's the whole point. You're like, oh, have I changed? Have I? I'll tell you this, guys. Who wants to really break through? Like, who wants to break through to for the next level in their business? Okay, cool. Great. For those of you who put your hands up fast, you deserve it. Truly. For those of you who didn't put your hands up, you don't deserve it. Just saying. It's the reality. So if you want a breakthrough, there's only one thing you actually need to do, and that's break free. Break free from your current environment. Because you're here right now, nearly killed myself. You're here right now, and you're surrounded by people who are in your peer group. And as you do the things to take yourself further away from them, like getting network marketing, start getting into copy trading, start learning the financial markets, these people will try to limit your success in order to keep their power. So they do that by going, no, don't do that. It's a scam. It's not a real business. You're gonna change. So it's like having an elastic band around yourself and your peer group, and you're trying to go through and they're pulling you back. Until one day, you keep going and you go and you go, snap. And I promise you, when you snap that band, you will feel lighter, faster, stronger, better than ever before. It's like you've just dropped 20 kg. Because you know you've got rid of the people who you need to get rid of. And you're holding on because you don't want to be successful because you'll feel like you're going to offend this person. Oh, I can't post about my new car because I know Sally's going through a tough time right now. Sorry, but screw Sally. By not posting that, you're doing her a disservice. Because when she knows, hang on, I went to school with her, if she can do it, so can I, that will set her free. Right, Sally? Right? You've changed. Mike, you're doing great. You're doing great. So we have to ensure that all the ones that I've got, I think there's 6 or 7 of them, our belief story, our belief system has to be bigger than the people who are telling us otherwise. And this is why environment beats will. You can put a terrible seed in a great soil and a big tall tree will grow. You can put an amazing seed into the worst soil in between a rock and a bit of soil and it won't grow. Then you're screwed. So it's being an environment, it's the who, not how. Well, let's just go with these. You're being brainwashed. How many of you guys woke up this morning and had a shower? Okay. That explains it. If your body gets dirty, you need to have a body wash, right? It even says on the shower gel, body wash. Your brain gets dirty too. So when anyone says they're brainwashing you, you say, I know. Who's brainwashing you? No one. I'm not a part of a cult. Brainwashing is part of your day-to-day. You need to be brainwashing yourself. And why don't you just get a normal job? Oh, normal job. I don't want a normal life, so I'm not going to get a normal job. All right. So, really, really quickly, I want us to imagine, I'll come down with you guys, just got to make sure that I don't go too close to the speakers. I want to imagine that we're going to build a perfect team member. Like, I want you to think about, like, what are all the characteristics? What are all the things of someone, they're going to join your business tonight. What are some of the characteristics that you want them to have? You guys tell me. Energetic, confident, committed, passionate, consistent, authentic, disciplined, ethical, determined, productive, leveling up, ambitious, networker, focused, have vision, knowledgeable, unique, anything else? Ambitious. All right. Good attitude. Think about all the words you just mentioned. Not one of them was a skill. Not one of them, you did not say, good recruiter, good at sales, amazing duplicator. Not one of you said that. But for some reason in network marketing, people just assume that they can't do it because they don't have the skills. But it's all an attitude. It's all an attitude. Good attitude, positive, ambition. You can wake up tomorrow and have the right attitude, right? What you were sharing before, right? With the whole Bob Proctor stuff, like, hey, I'm an amateur compared to you with the Bob Proctor world. But it's true. It's have that good attitude and you can win. So let me introduce you to some of my friends. These are my demons of dreams. These are the demons that we all have that we have to overcome. You might have all 10. If you have all 10, you're screwed. Just saying. You won't have all 10, right? I promise you. You might have one, you might have 3. You will have one, and it's the demon that you need to overcome. And I'll share with you how. So the first one is the demon of never enough. Never enough, never, right? The demon of never enough. Some of you guys won't have it because you're not at this level yet, but eventually you will get there. This demon comes when you always feel that you're chasing someone else. I'll never be good enough. It's kind of like comparison. So the story I'll tell you this, a couple were walking on the beach in Dubai. Anyone been to JBR Beach? Right? You're going, yes. A couple were walking on JBR Beach, and the wife turns around to the husband and says, oh my God. Look at that yacht. And there's a huge, the yachts in Dubai, they're just massive, aren't they? Like, yeah, really? Oh, look at you. So there's a huge yacht, 50-meter yacht, just out in the horizon, or out on the distance. And the wife is like, wow, so cool. And the husband's like, that's a nice yacht. And they're just stopping, just admiring the yacht. And they can't see anyone apart from this one guy. He's got long hair, his huge belly like this, white linen shirt that's opened up, sunglasses on his head, and he's walking on the phone like Russian or something, right? And the wife's like, whoa, imagine having that boat. And the husband starts smiling and just goes, yeah, but I've got something that he will never have. And she goes, what? What can you possibly have that he'll never have? He's got it all. And he said, yeah, but I've got enough. I've got enough. And in network marketing, yes, we want to push for more, but this demon will make you feel this big. Hey, you're not good enough. Abdallah's on stage in front of 100 people and he's doing trading sessions with 3,000 people. You'll never get that. But you're in network marketing. That's enough. You're so far ahead of so many people just by being in this profession, just by being in this environment. So you have to imagine that the demons are this small. Because if you feel that they're the biggest thing, they're taking over your life, you'll be overwhelmed by them. You've got to imagine they're this small and they're on your shoulder. And then you have to do something that's a little bit uncomfortable. If you just go, ha, it won't work. You've got to sound like a bit of a lunatic. It's an attitude, right? And I promise you, people will look at you and go, you're weird. And then you go, yeah, but I make weird income too. How do you do that? Oops. Number 2, success coma. Success coma. Now, there's a number that I want you to write down on a piece of paper that when you get to that, you will feel that you can retire. What's that number? Now I know you put some of the ranks on, icon 24 and icon 60 and 120 and 240. Some of the numbers on there, you're thinking, a week? If I could make that a month, if I could make that a year, that would change my life. But everyone has a number that when they get to that amount, they feel that when I get there, I'll retire. And the reality is in network marketing, you get so obsessed with other people's success that you never want to stop. You never want to stop. You've got to be obsessed to get success, but when you get success, you become more obsessed to help other people get success. And when you help other people get success, you become even more obsessed to help other people get success. And when that happens, you get super obsessed to help other people get success, because success is not measured by the amount of money that you make. Success is measured by how many people mention your name in their success story. If one person mentions it, you've got one level of success. If you're Jim Rohn, thousands of people. If you don't know who Jim Rohn is, by the end of tonight, you will know who Jim Rohn is. Right? The level of success is crazy. But success coma, this demon will say something like this. Psst, Abdallah, you've made it now, relax. You don't need to work like you used to before. You smell nice. Right? Right? That's what the demon does. What does Abdallah do? He has to. Otherwise, that demon, he's got to kill the baby while it's small. Or got to kill the monster while it's small. Don't kill babies. Got to kill the monster while it's small. Otherwise, it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And before he knows it, he's like, no, I've got to start Prodigy 3000. That's enough. That's enough. So some of you will have the it's never enough demon. Like, I've got to keep going and going and going and going and going and realizing, you know what, where you're at, it's okay to take a breather and then go again. Breather, go again. Breather, go again. Don't get burnt out. Some of you will stop way too soon. I remember with myself, I just wanted to make $300 a month. What's that, like Influencer 300 or something? Influencer 500. Like, the one that was almost covered by this, right? It's so small. That was my goal. It would change my life. And I got there, and my dad said to me, he said, right, you've done it. What's the next goal? I said, do it again. He said, what? I said, yeah, I just want to requalify because I just want to make the small amount. He said, why? And he said something to me that's never really left. He said, if you don't have big goals for your business, none of your team will ever have big goals for their business. And I was like, huh. He said, you can't expect your team to outgrow the level that you have. So I said, okay, next month I go to 1,000. He says, okay. Next month, 2,000? Okay. 3,000? Okay, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. And then the other demons were starting to come into play. As the number started growing and I started to feel like, yeah, I'm not worthy of this. Surely I haven't got a degree in network marketing. I haven't got qualifications in network marketing. Surely I can't make more. Demon number 3. The shiny object syndrome, the distraction demon. When you're looking left and you're looking right. Like, but they're doing the copy trading. But they're trading with gold. Oh, and then crypto's back up to 90,000 plus. Bitcoin's back up to 90,000 plus. And then but the football is on tonight. Oh, the football. And I could place bets on the football. Oh, they say multiple streams of income. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Guess what? Another load of BS. The average millionaire has one that probably produces 95% of it, and then they just dabble in the rest. Maybe not 95% of it. But again, it's what are you saying yes to that means that you have to say no to something else? Because I don't know, how many of you guys love to say yes to things? Because I say yes to a lot of people. And guess what happens as a network marketer? How many of you guys work from home? Okay. Or you have the dream of working from home. Or working from wherever you want. Amazing. This is what happens when you work from home. And you live in an area where your family and friends are. Ring, 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 ring. Not that phones do ring, 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 ring anymore, but ring, ring. Hello? Oh, hi, Mom. Hi, Frazer. Yeah, can you make sure that when we get home from work, there's milk in the fridge? Yeah. Why do I have to do it? Oh, because you're at home and you can just pop to the shops. Okay. Or, hey, can you go round to your grandmother's house and mow the lawn, please? None of us can do it because we're all stuck at work till 5. I'm stuck at work till 5 too. I just work from home. But when you say yes to that, you have to say no to all the other things. So to overcome the demon of shiny distraction, you've got to start saying no. You've got to start saying no more so that when you say no more, or when you say no to some things, you can say yes to the things that actually matter. Oh, this will be a big one for a lot of you guys. The overthinker. The demon of overthinking and procrastinating. How many of you guys procrastinate? How many of you guys thought about procrastinating before you put the hand up? Yeah, you're like, I'll wait till other people do it first. Oh. Procrastination is a symptom of anxiety. That's all it is. If you procrastinate on something, it's because you're anxious about something. Think about it. I'll wait till Monday. How many of you guys have ever said, I'll wait till Monday to go to the gym or similar? I'll tell you why I said that, because I was scared to going into the gym and being the weakest person there and seeing 18-year-old kids lifting more than I could lift. So I procrastinated. So Monday came, I don't feel very well. I'll start next week. 18 years later, I eventually started. Right? So as I mentioned before, the more you think, the more you doubt, the more you doubt, the less you do, the less you do, the more you think, the more you think, the more you doubt, the more you doubt, the less you do, the less you do, the more you think, the more you think, the more you doubt, the more you doubt, the less you do. Sorry, there's a Real Madrid hat there, and I can't see it. Oh, I'm a Liverpool fan, right? So I'm like, Real Madrid. I heard they did really good yesterday. Just kidding. So the demon of overthinking will say, and they'll whisper in your ear, you're not ready yet. You don't know the full compensation plan yet. You don't know the story about the compensation plan yet. Whoa. Wait. You don't know the owner's dog's name yet. And you don't know why Mike Marta, you've got to know everything about Mike and where he got his glasses from. You also smell nice. You don't need to know all the details. Diamonds don't do details. They just have great attitude and they do it every single day. Imposter. Oh. Imposter syndrome. I had this big time. That is ambitious drone. I like it. And it goes back. Power. Right? Imposter syndrome. The biggest lie is it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Oh, I really want to get a six-pack. It's not that simple. I really want to find Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. It's not that simple. I really want to make $1 million in network marketing. It's not that simple. Oh, I really want to run a marathon. It's not that simple. Yes, it is. And it's the people who realize it is that simple that make it happen and help other people do the same. How do you get abs? You move more, you eat less. How do you find Mrs. Right, Mr. Right? You date. How do you make $1 million in network marketing? Very, very simple. Learn the basics, do the basics. 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 It's not learn. It's also not do. Sorry, nursery rhymes in my head because my 2-year-old is hickory dickory dock. Learn the basics, do the basics. Learn the basics, do the basics. Learn the basics, do the basics. Learn the basics. And then you're going to get really, really bored. So what do you do after that? Learn the basics, do the basics. Learn the basics, do the basics. Learn the basics, do the basics. Because what gets repeated gets remembered, and what gets remembered gets repeated. So you have to keep doing it over and over again. Imposter, man. They're going to find out you're not good enough. They're going to find out. They're going to find out you're not good enough. So what do? Swipe. The rejecter. Like swipe, right? Hey, I was meant to use that word. The rejecter. How many of you guys have got some fear of rejection? Right? It's holding you back. Like the fear of getting a no it just hurts. It just hurts. I used to always think about, so when I used to close at my events, and maybe this is relevant for you guys, is I would always say okay, imagine that we have a stock. I know it's not stocks necessarily, but let's say we have a stock, and how much is it to join? You said $1,499. Okay. So it's $1,499 to buy this stock that's going to be going onto the stock market. All right? Now, it could potentially go to zero. So you would lose your $1,499. However, In the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, it has the potential from going 1,499 to 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, maybe 1 million, maybe 3 million, maybe 10 million. Do you buy the stock? Yes or no? Because in business, if the reward is greater than the risk, you do it. If you're going to have a risk of $2,000 but an upside of $200,000, you do it. You do it. So with the rejector demon, again, it's building a bigger story of what if they say no? What if they say yes? Or when they say yes instead of if? Number 7, this was a big one for me. The people pleaser. Oh, the people pleaser, man. The idea of hurting my friends and family when I got success, it held me back for way too long. There's a big difference between a nice person and a good person. A nice person tells you what you want to hear. A good person tells you what you need to hear. The nice person, so let's say we're building a business, right? And I've got a prospect, and I've got my prospect, Abdallah. And Abdallah's got the right attitude, and Abdallah's got the right skill, and I'm super excited. And he goes, oh, I don't know if the timing's right. The nice person will be like, it's okay. That's fine. We'll wait for the right time. Or I then get success, and Abdallah's my friend. I don't want to hurt Abdallah's feeling. So I'm not going to make a post that I've just hit a new rank. Because I don't want to hurt Abdallah's feelings. I know he's in a sensitive situation in his life right now and blah, blah, blah. The right thing to do, the good thing is, if the timing's not right now, when's it ever going to be good? Right? Or I'm going to make this post to inspire you. I'm going to make this post, I'm going to share it to Abdallah, and I'm going to say, Abdallah, I thought of you when I wrote this post. I want the same for you. There's a big difference between being a nice person and a good person. Good persons always win. The nice guy always finishes last. It took me 32 years to realize that. But Mom, I'm always a nice guy. Surely, the universe will have my back. Surely, surely, surely. And my mum, guess what? My mum's nice. She goes, but you're a really nice guy. It will work out. My dad, you either love him or you hate him. Most hate him. Just like Donald Trump. But the reality is, in this situation, is they'll tell you what you need to hear. Does anyone know of a guy called Simon Cowell? Right? You've heard of Simon Cowell, right? So if you look back and watch the first seasons of American Idol, he's the judge. For those of you who don't know him, he's like a judge, right? And they have 3 judges or 4 judges, and he's the one who gives the yes or the no at the end. And the contestants are 1 yes, 2 yes, 3 yes, and they're okay. What's Simon Cowell going to say? They don't care about all the other ones, the nice judges, because they know that he's the good judge. If he says you're good, you are good. And the first season, everybody hated Simon Cowell. Oh, he hurts their feelings. He's nasty. Second season, oh, he hurt their feelings. Third season, Simon Cowell makes this show. He's the best because what he says is true. Be a good person. People pleasing, this will stop you from growing more than you can ever imagine. All right. The hot mess. Oh, the hot mess. No organization. Doesn't use Google Calendar. Says yes to everything and then figures everything else. Figures all the other stuff out after that. Right? Again, this one. They say no. They say no way less than they should. They say yes way more than they should. The hot mess. They don't know what they're doing tomorrow. They don't know if they've got a team call tonight. They don't know. And if you don't know, this demon will enter and it will grow and expand more than you could ever imagine. And it is going to rip you apart because you will always be overwhelmed. How many of you guys get overwhelmed? By the way, overwhelm is a choice. You choose to be overwhelmed. It doesn't just happen that you're making a choice to be overwhelmed. So your calls, Monday to Friday, 5:30 p.m. Dubai time. That's in your calendar. You start at 5:30. Boom. Not a hot mess. Right? And if you look at all the top class leaders, none of them are a hot mess. They all have some sort of structure. They know when the next event is. They know when the team call training is. And that's what you need in order to succeed in network marketing. You need to have some sort of structure. I'm whizzing through these now. Oh my God. I mean, this is inconsistency. How many of you guys brushed your teeth this morning? Okay, all right, some of you. About a third of you. Woo! How many of you guys brushed your teeth 14 times this morning? Yeah, exactly. You don't brush your teeth 14 times today and then not brush them for the rest of the week. You brush them every morning, I hope, and every evening, I hope. Some of you guys floss and do all the mouthwash and all that fun stuff. But you brush twice a day, every day. Twice a day, every day. Twice a day, every day. It builds trust. It builds trust. Consistency is the key. You hear it all the time. Just be consistent. Just be consistent. Just be consistent. If I was to do the learn the basics, do the basics, learn the basics, do the basics, learn the basics, do the basics, learn the basics, do the basics. If I consistently do it, I'm going to get all the way to Abu Dhabi and beyond. I'm going to get to, what's that way? I have no idea. Go on, have a guess. South Africa, probably. That's a really wild. I would love to actually know. Just I'm curious now, right? But if I consistently do it, I'm going to get to my goals. But every single time I miss one day, I go back 3. So imagine this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but it's Saturday. It's the weekend. That means I can do nothing on a Saturday and a Sunday. 1 day back, 2 days back, 3 days back. So if you do 5 days and then you miss Saturday and Sunday, you go back 6 days. And at the end of the year, you're like, but I did every single week, Monday to Friday. I had Saturday and Sunday off because I deserved it. The universe doesn't think you deserve it. And that's why it won't serve it. You have to do it every single day, even if it's just, I'm just going to message one person to see if they're open. To see if they're open to the business on a Saturday and a Sunday. That just keeps the momentum going. But as soon as you don't do something one day, and most of the time, you go further behind than when you started. And Mary joined after you. She doesn't know the name of the owner's dog. She doesn't know why Mike's called Mike. She doesn't know why the color of the tablecloths are black and white underneath. She doesn't know all the little details, but what she does is something every single day. 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 Oh, there's an obstacle. I should probably have a rest. Nope. Do something every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Consistency is not hard when you're aligned. When you have belief in the vision that you have, you will do the work. When you don't have belief in the vision that you have, you will not do the work. Again, belief, coming back to that. This one, man. This is the biggest killer in network marketing. And I would say when you get to a certain level, you will change. And you just have to make sure it's a positive change. Any of you guys know Latin? The Latin language. So ego is actually ego. In Latin is I am. The 2 most powerful words in the world. So having a positive ego is a really good thing. Negative ego is not your amigo. Right? Heard this one before. Your ego is not your amigo. So when you feel too big to serve someone, you'll become too small to lead. So one of my rules to encourage that I don't have an inflated ego or a negative ego is treat everyone like a someone, because every someone can become someone. That's like my rule in life. So here in Dubai, especially if you've lived here for a while, you'll notice that the staff get treated like poo. It's the thing I hate the most about Dubai. So I'll always take the time. I'll look in the whites of the eyes. If someone opens a door for me, I'll look at them and say, hey, thank you so much. I'll find out what their name is, where they come from, whatever it might be, because because that guy, that girl could potentially become the next big superstar in network marketing. And I never want them to go, the reason I was successful because I hated how this guy called Frazer treated me. I want them to go, the reason I became as successful as I am, because this one guy, he stopped me. He didn't know me from Adam. He didn't understand anything about me, but he took the time to get to know me, and it gave me that spark that I really needed to make big things happen. That's what we need to do. Network marketers need to be the sexiest people in the world, not because of just how we look, but how our energy is, how our internal actions are, and the lives that we can change, and together we can make that happen. Network marketing is the greatest industry in the world, and no one can tell me otherwise, because my belief systems are so sky high. I've seen it work for nearly 40 decades, and I'm going to see it for another 40 decades, hopefully longer. And the question I've got for you guys is, if you were to meet with your family around this table at the end of the year, and the head of the family, maybe your granddad, maybe your father, maybe it's you, said, we can all swap our lives with one other person. We can't choose ourselves. Who do they choose? Because it's my vision that they're going to choose the network marketer. Because they travel, they're positive, they have a solution to everything, not another problem to everything. They dress nicely, they smell nicely. Yeah. They dress nicely, they smell nicely, they have good friendships, they have good relationships. Why? Because they have a kick-ass attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude, right? So, with that being said, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I hope that you got some sort of value in that. Thank you so much for having me, Abdallah.